Hello there gamers, it's me Frosty. Gee willikers, that new WandaVision show is a gas. Okay, enough 50s talk, we have a video to make. WandaVision is a new show from Marvel Studios over on Disney+, and Skyrim is a fantasy role-playing game. So what do they have in common? Nothing, I just needed a video game to play for this video. So join me today as I create Wanda Maximoff in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. But before that, a word from our sponsor, me. Are you tired of your mundane 1950s inspired life? Then you should try subscribing to The Frosty Show. It's free and there's no strings attached. You can unsubscribe whenever you like, but I'd prefer you didn't. So what are you waiting for? Your friends to come over in their hot rods to pick you up for a swell day on the town? Go over and hit that nice red subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can watch further uploads. Wanda Maximoff, or the Scarlet Witch, is a very strong character in the MCU, and I found Skyrim to be the best game to showcase her magical abilities in. Fallout 4 has the aesthetic, but no magic for the player to use. Fallout 3 has many fantastic quests I could have used for the gameplay portion, but it also has no magic the player can use. So I settled on Skyrim because I have so many copies of the game I just needed an excuse to use one of them. So let me show you my build for Wanda. For this build, the only mod I used was a cheat room mod, so I could get all the attire I needed. Wanda was pretty easy to make, so I didn't need to use a ton of mods. And since I like using in-game assets to create these characters, it made sense to stick with stuff already in the game. So here's the Scarlet Witch in Skyrim. For her clothes, I chose the red vampire armor, as it reminds me of the suit that has been teased in this poster, and I also used the matching boots. I also stole the fingerless gloves from the Dark Brotherhood armor set, as in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, Wanda has gloves like these. I also gave her a diamond ring as her wedding ring she creates for herself in her sitcom reality. And lastly, we have the circlet of the Savant as her crown, as I assume her next suit will most likely have the iconic crown from the comics. And this fits perfectly as it affects all magic related abilities. Speaking of, for her powers, I gave her two main spells. The first spell is in the illusion category, and the look fits Wanda well, as does the ability. I chose Frenzy because it reminds me of what she did to Hulk in Age of Ultron. The other spell I chose is from the destruction category, and this is Incinerate. While it doesn't fit the character well, I needed something for her energy-based attacks, and I chose the strongest fire spell that I could find that wasn't too overpowered. So that's the build of Scarlet Witch, so now comes my favorite part of these videos, testing the build out. So today, join Wanda Maximoff in the Mind of Madness.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to look at.
Please, take pity on an old madman. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as the Jarl. No, such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Oh, I couldn't. Goes right through me. Besides, I have so many things to do. So many undesirables to contend with. Naysayers, buffoons, detractors. Why, my headsman hasn't slept in 3 days.
You are far too hard on yourself, my dear, sweet, homicidally insane Pelagius. What would the people do without you? How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two. Inside the mind of Pelagius, silly. Oh, is it your first time? Now that's the real question, isn't it? Because honestly, how much time off could a demented Daedra really need? So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. That's right, I'm done. Holiday complete. Time to return to the humdrum day-to-day. On one condition. You have to find the way out first. Oh, good choice! Well, good for me. I find everyone being out to get you so terribly entertaining. You might find it less so. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned at a very early age that danger could come from anywhere, at any time, delivered by anyone. The objective here is simple, you simpleton. Use your Wabaja to defeat the enemy, while they do the same. Oh, I thought you'd never figure it out. With the threat gone, Pelagius is under the delusion that he's safe, which means you've helped him out. You've headed down the path of dreams. Unfortunately for you, Pelagius suffered night terrors from a young age. Now, that's something to crow about. With Pelagius up and about, you're moving right along. We'll both be home in no time. Ah! Now this is a sad path. Pelagius hated and feared many things. Assassins, wild dogs, the undead, pumpernickel. But the deepest, keenest hatred was for himself.
Come here.
Here we Wonderfully done. Pelagius is finally ready to love himself and continue hating everyone else. I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind. Fixed is such a subjective term. I think treated is far more appropriate, don't you? Like one does to a rash or an arrow in the face.
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, a little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabajak as a symbol of my... I'll just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ha ha! Ta-ta!